Hey bees, I'm Marie from Humblebee and Me, and today I'm super excited to share with you a formula that I have been working on and refining for probably about 9 months now, sort of in fits and spurts, and it is an updated micellar water formulation. So this has been something I've had a ton of requests for, and I actually ended up acquiring myself a bottle of the Garnier micellar water so I could try kind of what a commercial micellar water was like. So I knew what I was aiming for, and then I really started experimenting with a ton of different surfactants and a ton of different percentages and humectants, and the thing that ended up being kind of like the big is most of the ingredients you use in exceptionally tiny amounts. And so to that end, I am going to very emphatically encourage you to make sure that you have a very accurate scale down to at least 0.1 of a gram, but I would recommend 0.01 of a gram. And please make sure that you are using pipettes or bottles that have dropper tops for this, because overshooting something by as much as 0.5% I've found negatively impacts the end result. So please embrace the precision with me because it really, really matters in this project. So the challenge with micellar water is making something that you can wipe over your face and it'll clean your face, so it needs to be effective, but then that you don't rinse off and doesn't sort of send you into a fit of like, my skin is like sticky and uncomfortable and tight and mad or whatever. You want it to work to take the stuff off, and then you want to be able to leave it on your face and not notice it. And so I found this to be a delicate balance. Maybe I'm just super picky with the feelings of like things left on my face, but I found that I needed to dial the amounts of surfactant and humectant way down before I was happy with the end product. One of the things that I experimented the most with micellar water was which surfactant to use. And I tried quite a few, and I would recommend that you check out the blog post for this recipe. I'll link it in the description box below if you want to learn more about my process. But the general gist of it is, this is the surfactant that I'm using, and I've tried a lot of different ones, and this one is the best. It gave me the best cleansing with the least like tightening and sticky feeling, and I like this one the best, so please don't swap out the surfactant, because I've probably tried the surfactant that you have and I didn't like it. So this is PEG6, Caprylic, and Capric triglycerides. I guess that's probably an important detail what it is. I got this from Windy Point. This 30 ml bottle was $2.50. And when you see the amounts that we're using, you will realize that this will make you like liters of micellar water. So it's an excellent investment. And for all that chat, micellar water is delightfully easy to make. Once you have the recipe, the ingredients, and your precision measuring instruments, it's crazy easy to make. I have sort of spruced this one up a bit by using some rose hydrosol in place of some of the water to give it a lovely fragrance. You could use all distilled water, or you could look at incorporating maybe a touch of aloe vera juice or a different hydrosol if you prefer. But yeah, that's kind of the fancy thing that I've done here. There's a bit of room to play with the water part. But yeah, let's go make some micellar water. So this is very simple. You can see there's just 6 ingredients. So you really want to, again, emphasize the importance of accuracy when weighing out your ingredients for this recipe. So here we have a scale that's accurate to 0.01 of a gram, and on it I have a 4 ounce or 120 milliliter squeezy bottle. Make sure you're choosing a bottle that's light enough that it's not going to overload your scale, because scales that are this accurate tend to have a fairly low maximum weight. So we need 0.5 gram of glycerin, and you'll notice I've switched out the cap on my glycerin for one of these caps, and this has been an absolutely wonderful change. 0.5 gram of sodium lactate, and I would recommend not buying your sodium lactate in a bottle this big. This has been an absolutely absurd quantity of sodium lactate for any single human being to own. 0.4 grams of PEG6, Caprylic, and Capric triglycerides. 0.5 grams of liquid germall plus, and again I've made this sort of flip top dripper switch, and that's also been fantastic. 15 grams of rose hydrosol. and 83.1 grams of distilled water. So I've put some distilled water, taken to putting it in a bottle like this, simply because it comes in a huge jug and this is much easier to handle. A major bonus of using a bottle like this you can squeeze with a lid like this is that you can get just a couple drops out at a time. Right. So that's all of our ingredients. So we're going to cap and shake. And that is it. The pH of this naturally falls right around where we want it to be, so we're right around 5.5, so we don't have to adjust the pH, and that's all of our ingredients. So that is that. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. Do remember to check the description box below this video for the full written recipe with the amounts in metric and then in percent, so you can scale it to your heart's content, and links to this recipe on my blog, where you'll find a lot more writing about the process of developing this recipe and information on sort of substitutions and whatnot. So yeah, thanks so much, and I'll see you next time.